So in the previous class, we have discussed about Boyle's law and then Charles' law. Okay. So now we are going to discuss about Gay-Lussac's law. What is this law called? Gay-Lussac's law or pressure temperature law. Pressure temperature law, otherwise Gay-Lussac's law, or also called Emonton's law. Emonton, A-M-O-N-T-O-N. So Emonton's law, Gay-Lussac's law, or pressure temperature law. Anyone is same. Also we say Charles' law 2. Charles' law 1 is what? Relation between volume and temperature at constant pressure. That is Charles' law 1. Charles' law 2 is nothing but pressure temperature law. Charles' law 2 is taken as what? Pressure temperature law. The same law is called what? Gay-Lussac's law or Emonton's law. So according to this here, the relationship between pressure and temperature at constant volume and constant number of moles. When number of moles is constant and volume is constant, the relationship between pressure and temperature is given by Gay-Lussac's law or Emonton's law. So according to this law here, pressure is directly proportional to temperature. The pressure of gas, pressure of a given mass of gas. Pressure of a given mass of gas is directly proportional to temperature at constant volume and number of moles. Here we have taken given mass of gas. Given mass of gas means what? Mass is constant. When mass is constant, number of moles will be constant. So at constant volume and number of moles, the pressure is directly proportional to temperature. Okay. Then pressure equals to one constant K, proportionally constant into temperature. Then pressure by temperature is equals to constant. Pressure by temperature is equal to constant. The ratio of pressure to temperature is equal to constant. Okay, so this pressure by temperature is equal to constant. How to take now? If you take initial conditions and final conditions, P2 T1, T1 by T1 at initial conditions is equal to what? P2 by T2. So this equation is called what now here? Gay-Lussac's law equation. So Gay-Lussac's law equation is given by what? P1 by T1 is equal to P2 by T2. So P1 by V1 is equal to P2 by T2 is what? Gay-Lussac's law equation. Gay-Lussac's law equation is also called what? Emonton's law. Emonton's equation. Emonton's equation or pressure temperature law, which is Gay-Lussac's law. So according to this now here, so P1 by T1 is equal to P2 by T2. Okay. So when temperature of the gas is increasing, the pressure also is increasing. How you can say the pressure increases when temperature increases? When you take a particular gas, in that gas, already the gas molecules are moving fast. Gas molecules are moving very fast. When increased temperature, the gas molecules absorb some amount of heat energy, and the velocity of gas molecules will be increased by absorbing energy. When velocity increases, what happens? Kinetic energy increases. When velocity increases and kinetic energy increases, the number of collisions on the wall of container, will increase by the gas molecules. Means more number of gas molecules will be, means what here? More collisions will be taking place on the container of gas. Therefore, what happens now? The pressure will be exerted more. So more pressure will be exerted if more number of collisions on the walls of container. Okay, when the number of collisions will be more at high temperature. So like that, what we can say here, when temperature increases, the pressure also increases. The pressure of the gas increases when temperature is increased. So this point mainly we have to remember. So it is about what now here? Gay-Lussac's law. Okay, man? So Gay-Lussac's law states that at constant volume and number of moles, the pressure of a given mass of gas, is directly proportional to what? Absolute temperature. So this point mainly we have to understand. It is about what now here? Gay-Lussac's equation. Now, next one more law is what? Avogadro's law. What is that? Avogadro's law. So according to this Avogadro's law, okay, volume of a given mass of gas is directly proportional to number of moles. N is what here? Small n is what? Number of moles. So if you take 1 mole of gas at STP conditions, if you take 1 mole of the gas, it occupies 22.4 liters. If you take 2 moles of the gas, 2 into 22.4 liters. If you take 3 moles of gas, 3 into 22.4 liters. In this way, when you increase number of moles, the volume also increases. So volume and number of moles, how they are related to each other, directly proportional. This condition is true at constant pressure and volume. At constant pressure and volume, the volume, at constant temperature and at constant temperature pressure. At constant pressure and temperature, volume of a given mass of gas is directly proportional to what? Number of moles. More the number of moles, more volume. So what we can define here, how we can state this Avogadro's law? Avogadro's law states that under similar conditions of temperature and pressure, volume of a gas is directly proportional to number of moles. More the number of moles, more will be the volume of gas. This is what your Avogadro's law. So now your V is directly proportional to N. Also we say here, the V is directly proportional to capital N, number of molecules. Number of molecules we can take, or number of moles we can take. Okay, so more the number of molecules, more will be number of moles. Then more will be volume. Larger will be volume if number of molecules is more and number of moles is more. So like this we can take this one as what now here, Avogadro's law. So this law states what now here, V1 by, okay, V is equal to what here, constant into N. V is equal to constant into N. So here V is equal to some constant value into N. Capital N means number of molecules, small n means number of moles. Now here V by capital N is equal constant here. V divided by capital N is equal constant. So here V1 by N1 is equal to V2 by N2. That means what now? At initial conditions, the volume of gas by number of moles of gas is equal to V2, volume of gas at final condition by number of moles in the final condition. So V1 by N1 equals to what? V2 by N2. At what is constant pressure and temperature? At constant pressure and temperature, V1 by N1 is equal to V2 by N2. The same thing, how to write now? The same thing. V1 by V2. V1 by V2. Here V2 I have taken this side. Then N1 by N2 is equal to N1 by N2. So these two are same here. V1 by V2 is equal to N1 by N2. Otherwise, V1 by N1 equals to V2 by N2. So this is what now here, Avogadro's law. So we have discussed so far 4 laws. What are they? Boyle's law, next Charles law, next Gay-Lussac's law, and Avogadro's law. So in this way here, Avogadro's law, why it got that name here? Avogadro scientist has given what Avogadro number now. Here N is what? Number of molecules. If the number of molecules is 6.023 into 10 power 23. If number of molecules is 6.023 into 10 power 23 molecules, suppose, that will be equal to 1 mole. 1 mole. Okay. So Avogadro number was introduced by this scientist. Okay. So 6.023 into 10 power 23 molecules is called what? The number is called what? Avogadro's number. So this is the equation of Avogadro's law. This is the equation of what? Gay-Lussac's law. Okay. So from all these laws, we can derive what? Ideal gas equation. Ideal gas equation can be derived by using what? Boyle's law, Charles law, Gay-Lussac's law, and Avogadro's law. So these 4 laws will be used to derive what? Ideal gas equation. So that we are going to discuss now. So generally, what is the meaning of ideal gas here? The gas which obeys all the gas laws. Okay, a gas which obeys, which follows all the gas laws is called what? Ideal gas. So what is the ideal gas meaning? The gases which obey all the gas laws, okay, are called what here? Ideal gases. So these ideal gases have an equation called ideal gas equation. For all ideal gases, there will be one particular equation called ideal gas equation. And if any gas does not obey, does not follow the gas laws, that is called what? Real gas. Real gases mean what? Real gases are what? The gases which do not obey all gas laws are called what? Real gases. Non-ideal gases we say. So we are taking what now here? Ideal gas equation. So what are the ideal gases here? The gases which obey the gas laws. The gases which obey all the gas laws are called what? Ideal gases. So now here, ideal gas equation can be derived by using what? Different laws here. Suppose I'm taking first one, Boyle's law. So according to Boyle's law, what we studied, according to Boyle's law, V is inversely proportional to P. Here constant pressure, temperature. Here constant temperature. At constant temperature, when you plot a graph, that is called isotherm, we said. Okay, we discussed that at constant temperature, if you plot a graph, the graph is called what? Isothermal graph or isothermal. Okay, so it is Boyle's law. V is inversely proportional to pressure. And the second law is Charles' law. According to Charles' law, what? According to Charles' law, V is directly proportional to temperature at constant pressure. At constant pressure, volume of the gas given mass of gas is directly proportional to absolute temperature. This is what now Charles' law. And we have Gay-Lussac's law. Gay-Lussac's law. So according to Gay-Lussac's law, what? Pressure is directly proportional to temperature. Pressure is directly proportional to temperature at constant volume. At constant volume, the pressure of gas is directly proportional to temperature is called what? Gay-Lussac's law. Okay. Next, Avogadro's law is what? Avogadro's law. V, volume, is directly proportional to what? Number of moles. Here, what will be constant in this case? Constant pressure and temperature. Both will be constant. At constant temperature and pressure, the volume of gas is directly proportional to number of moles. More the number of moles, more will be volume of gas. Okay, so in all these cases, we are taking what? V. V, if you take now here, V is what now here? V is proportional to N, okay, T by P. There is no direct relation between P and V. Okay, so here means there is no P and T direct need not to say here, but remember that according to Avogadro's law, V is proportional to N, and according to Charles' law, V is proportional to T, and according to Boyle's law, V is inversely proportional to P. And how these two related now? According to Gay-Lussac's law, pressure and temperature are directly proportional. Pressure and temperature are directly proportional to each other. So pressure, temperature are directly proportional to each other, and volume and pressure inversely proportional, volume and temperature directly proportional, volume and number of moles directly proportional. So from this we can take this one. Now V is equal to one constant taken as R here. V is equal to what? One constant R into NT by P. Okay, now P into V. C into V is equal to nRT. nRT. So this is called what now here? This is called ideal gas equation. So PV is equal to what now? PV is equal to nRT. PV is equal to nRT. Don't read NTR. It is what? nRT. PV is equal to nRT. So P is what? Pressure of gas into V, volume of gas, is equal to N, number of moles, into R is called here universal gas constant. R is called what? Universal gas constant. And capital T is what? Absolute temperature. Capital T is what? Absolute temperature or Kelvin temperature. So like this, P, pressure of the gas. Suppose we take in ATM. Pressure in ATM, imagine, suppose. Pressure of gas is taken in ATM. And volume of gas in liters. And N is what? Number of moles. Okay. And R is what? Universal gas constant. And capital T is in Kelvin. Kelvin temperature. Okay. The same thing, how to write now from this? R is equal to universal gas constant. R is equal to PV by NT. P into V by NT. Is it clear, man? So the formula for R is equal to what? PV by NT. Now, generally pressure will be measured in what? ATM. I'm taking ATM. And V, volume is measured generally in liters. volume in liters, and N number of moles will be what? Mole. Okay, and capital T is what? Kelvin temperature, K. The same thing how to write now here. Same thing how to write. Liter atmospheres I'm writing here. Instead of ATM liter, I'm writing liter atmosphere mole inverse. Okay, or Kelvin inverse mole inverse. Okay, so liter atmospheres, Kelvin inverse mole inverse. Generally, we use this unit for R, as we generally take pressure of gas in ATM, volume of gas in liters, and temperature we take in Kelvin temperature or absolute temperature. If you are given centigrade temperature, that centigrade temperature should be converted into Kelvin temperature. Centigrade temperature is what is centigrade temperature into Kelvin temperature? How to convert? Given centigrade temperature plus 273 will give Kelvin temperature. So like this is called ideal gas equation. So this ideal gas equation is very important to remember. Okay. So ideal gas equation from this, R is equal to PV by NT. And now what we have to understand is that generally for gases, pressure into volume, the product of pressure and volume, P into V will be taken by the work done by the gases. So generally, if you imagine some gas, if you take some gas, if you apply pressure on the gas, what happens? The volume of gas will be compressed. Okay, compression takes place here. That means here what is happening is that the work is done on the gas. On the gas, some work is done. That is what now here, work done on the gas. Otherwise, now you take some gas and keep on the stove. Means when you are heating this gas, what happens now? The gas will be expanding. On heating the gas will be expanding. That means now here, when gas is expanding on its own, this is called the work done by the gas. When gas is going on expanding, what we have to say? The work is done by the gas. If you are applying pressure on the gas, then we have to say that the work is done on the gas. The work done on the gas or the work done by the gas. Anyone is equal to what? Pressure into volume of the gas. Pressure of the gas into volume of the gas. That is called what now here? The change in pressure into volume. Delta P into V. Delta means change. Change in PV values. P into V values. So delta PV, the change in P into V is called the work done on the gas. Otherwise, the work done by the gas. So generally remember that for the gases, pressure into volume will give work done. Pressure into volume is nothing but work done. So P into V is equal to the work done by the gases. Otherwise, the work done on the gases. So the work done will be taken care. And N is what? Moles and temperature Kelvin. So the work done by N into T. We can take. So same thing, how to take this one? R is equal to work done. Okay, so work done by gas. By otherwise on the gas. Work done by the gas, otherwise on the gas. Okay, so is taken here in place of P into V by what? Number of moles. Number of moles means you take number of moles, and T is what? Kelvin temperature. So Kelvin temperature and mole we take here in the denominator. And work done is nothing but what? P into V. P into V. So P into V means which units we take here? P into V, how to take? Liter atmospheres we take here. What we take? Liter atmosphere. So in place of P into V, I'm writing here liter atmosphere. Liter atmosphere. So pressure into volume. The pressure into volume, work done, okay, by mole into Kelvin. Here, mole into Kelvin. So in this way, the work done is taken in liter atmospheres. Remember, the work done is taken in what? Liter atmospheres. Okay, ma. So now here, this is called P into V work done. PV work done. We have different types of work done. Generally what? The W, work done. W is equal to what? Generally, force into displacement. This is called mechanical work done. We say. Or W is equal to pressure into volume. Okay, the work done is equal to pressure into volume by the gases or on the gases. So for the gases, we take pressure volume work done. Pressure volume work done. For the general displacement of the objects, we take what? Force applied on the object into displacement by the object. So force into displacement also is what? Work done. Okay. Next, we also have electrical work done. Electrical work done is V into I into T. VIT. W. Work done is equal to what? Volume into intensity of current. Intensity of current into T. Time is what? In seconds. V is voltage. V is what? A voltage. W is equal V, voltage, electric voltage or electric potential into current into time. Time in seconds we have to take. So this is what now here electrical work done. If bulb is glowing, the bulb is glowing. That is what the bulb is what you are doing. Which type of work there? Electrical work. When fan is rotating, the fan does what now here? Electrical work. Okay. So electrical work will be done by electrical appliances. By consuming some amount of voltage and electric current in given time, they will be doing some work called what? Electrical work done. So we have different types of work done. Electrical work done, pressure volume work done on the gases or on by the gases, and mechanical work done. So in this, what we take for the gases? Pressure into volume. That is what now here pressure into volume is called what? PV work done. Okay. Now generally for work done, what we take units? Joules we take now. In place of liter atmosphere for work done, what we can take generally? Joules. The units of work and energy will be joules only in MKS system. SI unit of work done is what? Joule. So here we take what now instead of liter atmosphere, what we can take? Joule we can take here. And remember one important relation is that, okay, 1 liter atmosphere is equal to 101.325 joules. Okay, so 1 liter atmosphere is equal to how many joules now? J, capital J for joule here. So 101.325 is what? The conversion factor here. So 1 liter atmosphere is equal to how many joules? 101.325 joules. Okay, now. So like this, we can convert what now in place of liter atmosphere, what we can write now? 101.3 joules by mole Kelvin. Okay, so in this way, we can take what now here? The units of R. The units of R can be taken as what? Liter atmosphere, Kelvin inverse, mole inverse. Kelvin inverse, mole inverse. Or we can take joules, Kelvin inverse, mole inverse. Joules, Kelvin inverse, mole inverse we can take it. So the units of R will decide the numerical problems. The answer of what? Numerical problem will be decided by what? The units of R. So units of R are very important here. So there are 3 different types of work done. Mechanical work done on the gas, otherwise work done by the gas, pressure into volume work done, and the electrical work done. V into voltage into current into time. Okay. So it is about what now here? The important topic of what? Gas laws. So in gas laws, very important topic is what? Ideal gas equation. So ideal gas equation is what? PV is equal to nRT. And R is equal to PV by NT. Now, different units of R or numerical values of R, important here. So different numerical values of R, very important to remember. So what are the units of R? Liter atmospheres, mole inverse, Kelvin inverse. Otherwise, joule, Kelvin inverse, mole inverse. Anyone we can take. Now here I am taking numerical values of R. Numerical values of R. R means what here? Universal gas constant. Universal gas constant. So universal gas constant is what R here. Numerical values of R what here we are discussing. And R is called what here? Universal gas constant. Okay, universal gas constant. Okay, so now in this case, what we have to remember is the different values of R in different units we have to remember. So R equals to first one 0.0821 0.0821 liter atmospheres mole inverse Kelvin inverse. Mole inverse Kelvin inverse. That means what now here? R value, the value of numerical value of R is equal to 0.0821 liter atmospheres per mole per Kelvin. Means mole inverse Kelvin inverse. So in liter atmospheres, what is the value of R? 0.0821. So you take here 0.08, round off. 0.08 you take. Okay, ma. And also I told you that 1 liter atmosphere is equal to how many joules? 0.0821 into 1 liter atmosphere is equal to what? 101.325 joules. So remember 101.3 enough. 101.3 joules into 0.0821 will be equal to 8.314 joules mole inverse Kelvin inverse. Okay. So here per mole per Kelvin. Per mole and per Kelvin, what will be the value of R in joules? 8.314 joules. 8.314 joules mole inverse Kelvin inverse. Remember. So 8.314 joules mole inverse Kelvin inverse will be R value in what? Joules. So R value in liter atmosphere is important. Liter atmospheres and R value in joules. And we also know that 1 joule equals to how many ergs? 10 power 7. 10 power 7. And R also equals to 8.314. 8.314 into 10 power 7 ergs. Okay, mole inverse Kelvin inverse. Is that clear, ma? So here in place of 1 joule, what I have written? In place of 1 joule, 10 power 7 ergs. So 8.314 into 10 power 7 erg mole inverse Kelvin inverse. Okay, ma. So these are different units of what here? R. So these are all values we have to remember. Okay. So it's about what now here? Now this one. And sometimes they ask you in ml atmosphere, not liter atmosphere. In place of L, what we can write? How many ml? 1000 ml. 1 liter equals to how many ml? 1000 ml. So in place of liter, what we can write? 1000 ml. Okay, 1000 into this one will be equal to what? 82.1. 82.1 liter. In place of liter, what we take? Milliliters atmospheres. Okay, ma? So tell me now, R equals to 0.0821 liter atmospheres we can write. Okay, Kelvin inverse, mole inverse. Or we can also write in place of liter, what we get? 1000. So 0.0821 into 1000 ml ATM mole inverse Kelvin inverse. So that is equal to what now here? 82.1. Here 1, 2, 3 positions. So 82.1 milliliters ATM. Okay, mole inverse Kelvin inverse. So this one also will be taken as what? Units of R. Units of means what? Sometimes conversions are important here. 1 liter is equal to how many ml? 1 joule equals to how many ergs? So all these things we have to remember. So it is about what now here? Numerical values of R. Main values, these values remember here. So mainly we use what? MKS system. In SI units we take 8.314, and whenever we take pressure in ATM and volume in liters in problems, we take what? 0.0821 liter atmospheres. So the value of R should be taken in the units of what? Pressure and volume. In the units of pressure and volume, whatever we have taken, that same units should be taken for R also. So different numerical values of R should be understood like this. So it is about what now here? Numerical values of R. And universal gas constant is what R here. What is ideal gas equation? PV is equal to nRT. So the derivation of ideal gas equation is very important. Okay. So many numerical problems will be there based on ideal gas equation. Okay, ma? So it's about what now here? Very important concept of the gaseous state. So in the next classes, we will discuss about what? Another laws called Dalton's law of partial pressure and Graham's law of diffusion. Graham's law of diffusion we are going to study, and Dalton's law of partial pressures. Okay, Dalton's law of partial pressure is there to be discussed, and Graham's law of diffusion. These two laws also we have to discuss. So far we have discussed what? Boyle's law, Charles law, Gay-Lussac's law, Avogadro's law. Okay, after that derivation of ideal gas equation for the above 4 gas laws. Okay, so these are all things very important things to understand. And one more equation what we have to understand is that here generally V is proportional to T and V is inversely proportional to P. Volume is inversely proportional to P. Volume is directly proportional to T. Now when you combine V is proportional to what here? T by P. T by P. And V is equal to one constant. Some constant into T by P. T by P. Now in this case, now again here, PV by T. P into V by T is equal to what now here? Constant. Right, man? Now if PV by T is equal to constant, this constant generally is taken what? R. R is what? Universal gas constant. Now from this what now here? PV is equal to RT. PV is equal to RT. It is for how many moles? For 1 mole. 1 mole means number of moles will be equal to 1 here. Number of moles will be 1. If you take n number of moles, the same thing how to write? PV is equal to what we can write now here? PV is equal to nRT. PV is equal to nRT. For how many moles this one? For n moles. For n moles, it will be taken as what this one. What you understand is that the derivation of ideal gas equation can also be done by using what only? This one is which law? Charles law. This one is Boyle's law. By combining what here? Boyle's law and Charles law. It is Charles. It is Boyle's. By combining these two also we can take what now? V is proportional to T. V is inversely proportional to P. Then V is proportional to T by P. Or V is equal to constant, proportionally constant into T by P. Then PV by T. PV by T is equal to constant. And it is constant taken what here? R, universal gas constant. And PV is equal to RT. PV is equal to RT for 1 mole of the gas. If we take n number of moles, we take PV is equal to n into RT. Okay. So from this equation here, if you take initial conditions, P1, V1, T1 we take. P1, V1 by T1 must be equal to P2, V2 by T2. Okay. P1, V1 by T1 is equal to P2, P2 by T2. So it is the initial condition. Initial conditions here and here final conditions. So initial conditions, pressure P1, volume V1 and temperature T1. After changes in the measurable properties, we got P2 pressure, V2 volume and T2 temperature. Now in this case, how to relate these values, initial conditions and final conditions? P1, V1 by T1, P1, V1 by T1 is equal to what? P2, V2 by T2. Whatever the values of P1, V1 by T1, this value, total value must be equal to this total value. That is what now here according to ideal gas equation. Okay. So it is a law of combining gases, combining gas law equation, combining gas law equation. What we combined here P and V, how these two related inversely proportional. P and T directly proportional. V and T directly proportional. V and T directly proportional. P and T directly proportional. P and V inversely proportional. So by combining gas laws, we got this equation. So it is what we are combining gas law equation. What is called? Combining gas law equation. Combining gas law equation is what? P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. So this is very important concept to understand. Okay. So this is about what now here the different points about what? Gas laws. Okay, ma'am? Bye, good day. I will send you screenshots.